Good morning. You're listening to Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Time now is 7:57. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn Associates.
Hi, I'm Mandy Yeomans.
And I'm Raymond Brown with First Southern Bank. As your locally owned community bank, we're here to help our community grow. Our customers are why we are here. You can tell we want your business.
We offer all types of deposit products, personal and business. We have fast, efficient service, and yes, we have online banking too. I'm sure we have an account to fit your needs. Stop by or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
We're FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jesup.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And Bob, we got a special guest on the phone with us this morning.
It's Wednesday. We've got Buddy Deloach on the phone with us from Atlanta. Buddy, appreciate you being here on the show. A lot going on. Session ends a week from today, so tell us what's on the agenda the last couple of days.
It's getting to be a lot of fun and games. First, I got to tell you, I talked to Bill Werkheiser yesterday afternoon, and he said, please remember him to everybody in Wayne County. He loves Wayne County. So do I.
We had him last Wednesday. He filled in for you, so we had Wednesdays with Werkheiser last Wednesday. So, but glad to have you here. But again, as we mentioned, it's winding down. The budget looks like it's going to get passed. A lot in the budget. Let's start with the budget. Your thoughts on the overall budget?
Well, I think one of the big things for the first time, we've fully funded K through 12 education program. There's $13.1 billion in there to fully fund our education system. That's been something many people have pushed for a long time. There's money in there for significant pay raises for law enforcement officers, and there's money in there for some more teacher raises. So education's a big part of that. Another big part of that, of course, is the tax rebate, where everybody that pays property taxes on a home that they own will get a rebate on their property taxes. And then there's another income tax rebate. So one is in what we call the supplemental budget, which is the budget that we adjust mid-year, and that would be the 23 budget. And then the other money's in the what we call the big budget, which is the fiscal year 24 budget.
You mentioned the pay raises. The state troopers really came out looking good in this budget. At first, it was like it would be $2,000, then $4,000, but they decided up at the $6,000 mainly to try to retain those guys. Your thoughts on that? You think that's a good move?
find somebody that's willing to stick with you, and they get the experience behind them, which makes them even better at what they do. But this day and time, salaries have gone up so much in so many other fields that it's tempting for them to leave us and go to those other fields. So we've done our best to get those salaries up where we can retain these good troopers.
One of the most controversial bills was the one that Stephen Meeks is trying to push to get more weight on the Georgia roads for agriculture products and things like that. According to Blake Tiller, we talked to him yesterday. He said Stephen did a good job at presenting it. Your thoughts on that bill? Do you think it'll pass eventually?
I do believe it will, and Stephen has done yeoman's work on that. It's important for a lot of people in our part of the state to up that weight limit some, and at the end of the day, it was not a huge increase, and I don't believe enough to cause significant damages to our roads. Everybody's concerned about that, and we certainly need to be, but I think Stephen has a good bill. He's worked it hard, and I think he's going to see it get to the finish line.
If you're just joining us on the phone with us, the State Representative Buddy Deloach. Haven't seen anything the last couple of days on the gambling issue. I know they tried to put it in with the Kentucky Derby, their Derby thing, or is that gonna just die on the vine before it's all said and done, or is it got any possibility of passing?
What they did, the state representative from over in Vidalia had a bill to designate that part. That part of the state has a big soapbox derby, and she had a bill that simply designated that as the Georgia soapbox derby, and they took that soapbox derby and put sports betting on it. But we've saved her bill. We've put it on another bill, so I think she's going to get her naming for the soapbox derby, and I suspect that the sports betting will get one more vote in the Senate, and it appears that it doesn't have the votes to pass, so it looks like it'll be dead for another year. But we'll see. You never know these last couple of days what might happen.
Yeah. What all takes place in these last couple of days? It's just total debate on bills and then the vote on the bills? Does anything else take place, and how heated do some of these debates get?
We are looking for people who didn't get their legislation passed are looking for ways to put it in with somebody else's bill. So there's a lot of that jockeying around done. The other thing is this is important for your local hospital folks. The certificate of need bill that came out of the Senate has not gotten out of the House committee. It was amended in the Senate so that it only pertained to counties with less than 50,000 population, and it would basically abolish the CON in those counties, but it only applied to those counties. That was done to try to make it a better bill and maybe could pass, but it did not get out of the House committee yesterday. So some in the Senate are crossways about that, and I don't know if they'll continue to take up our bills. There's just a lot of horse trading that will go on. We've got 3 days left. In the House, the only thing we're going to deal with this year, and it'll be the first time, we'll take, if we've sent a bill to the Senate and they changed it, they send it back to us, and then we'll either agree or disagree. And if we agree, then the bill's passed, it's over with, it goes to the governor. If we disagree, a conference committee gets appointed and they try to work out their differences, and if they do, they come back with a conference committee report, and if it passes, then that goes to the governor. But the only thing we're going to do, according to the rules, Chairman Richard Smith, this year we aren't going to have any new bills on the 40th day, and we aren't going to take up any Senate bills on the 40th day. We'll do nothing but agrees and disagrees, which makes it a pretty busy day, but it means we can probably get through by 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Sounds good. Many Georgia students have benefited from the Hope Scholarship. I saw some talk about that. Have they maintained that funding for that Hope Scholarship?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they increased it. You know, a few years back, the Hope Scholarship was in danger of running out of money, so they reduced those payments to less than 100%, except in those cases where it was the very, very, very top students with the top grades. And I think they went to 90% for everybody else, and those people got 95. And this year, enough money was available that we could up that percentage for everybody from that 90 up to 95. There's been a push in the Senate to put everything back at 100%, but I don't think that's probably going to get put back in there.
Again, if you're just joining us, State Representative Buddy Deloach on the phone with us from Atlanta. Healthcare, always a big topic. I hear that's been a heated discussion. What's the latest on healthcare in the state of Georgia?
We put an awful lot of money in this year, particularly for mental health. We started that last year, and we've added a lot this year. So there's a lot of money in there. There's also some bills that deal with telemedicine that makes it easier to use the telemedicine, and we hope that's going to reduce the cost some. We've done smaller things, like there's a bill that deals with glucose monitoring. There's a bill that probably is very important about biomarker testing, which means that if you have cancer, rather than go through a bunch of treatments and different diagnoses before, the insurance company will pay for biomarker testing, which apparently enables the medical professionals to target your care, and it has far better outcome. This bill requires that the insurance companies pay for that up front, and that they not require all these other things to go on before they do that. There's some money in there for rural health care, which, as you know, we badly need. There's a medical cannabis bill. That's an emotional issue for many people, particularly parents with children that benefit from the medical cannabis. But that bill passed the House. It would get us out of all the litigation we're in and let people start growing and dispensing medical marijuana. But that bill's hung up in the Senate, so I don't know what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, only 1 week left. We had you at the Eggs and Issues. I'm sure we'll see you at the post-legislative luncheon that the Chamber puts on. But give me a crystal ball when the session's over. What will this session be remembered for? What will be the headline?
I think probably we look at what we did in the budget, particularly with some tax cuts and some tax rebates. Some of the big, hotly debated issues. We passed an anti-Semitism bill. It's incredible to think that at this point in our history that we're still having to deal with some really hard anti-Semitism groups, and we passed a bill to try to do something with that. I guess we thought we'd put that behind us a long time ago, but we obviously haven't. But I really do think the money we put in the budget for mental health is going to be big. The money we put in there for those pay raises that we talked about, and certainly the money to fully fund K through 12 education is going to be a big part of what we did that was positive.
Sounds good. Buddy, again, always good to have you here on the show. Again, I guess since the session ends next Tuesday, I guess next time we'll see you is probably the post-legislative luncheon the Chamber will be putting on shortly after the session ends. But we appreciate you being part of the World Famous Butch and Bob show this year, and stay safe in Atlanta, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. It's been great being with y'all.
All right, buddy. Take care. All right, State Representative Buddy Deloach right here on Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, world famous Butch and Bob show here on this Wednesday morning. It is the 22nd day of March. All right, we're going to talk wrestling. That's right, wrestling coming up next. We got guests in the green room. Stay tuned.
South Georgia weather.
Here's your WIFO forecast. Mostly sunny, light southeast breeze, highs upper 70s. Mostly clear tonight, mid-50s. Sunshine, mid-80s for tomorrow, upper 50s tomorrow night. Friday, sunshine, high, mid-80s. Saturday, mostly cloudy, early clearing later. A slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, highs in the mid-80s. Sunday, chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Georgia Chief Meteorologist John Weatherby in the Georgia 811 Weather Center. Contact 811 before you dig.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. We continue on with the world famous Butch and Bob show. We got Mr. Wrestling himself, Bryan Mansfield, here this morning. Bryan, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
We're doing good. So tell us what's going on. I guess there's a big wrestling match coming up, huh?
Yes, sir. That's right. This Friday night at the Unity Church of God Gymnasium, we do have another wrestling event coming up. It's American Premier Wrestling again. It's a benefit show called SmackDown Cancer. It's to raise money for the Unity Church of God outreach programs to help people within their church and then in the community and support them in their fight with cancer. The show we did back in November for Toys for Tots actually raised a lot of money for them. It raised about $1,500, I believe. For the church, so that was great, and we hope to do that again and help some folks out. Like I said, the show's this Friday night, March 24th, so just a couple of days away at Unity Church of God. The VIP doors open at 6 p.m., or 6:30 p.m., sorry, and the general mission doors open at 6:45, and then at 7 o'clock will be the bell time. VIP tickets are $20 each, and that gets you in early, like I said, at 6:30. Gets you meet and greet with all the wrestlers before the show, so that way you ain't got to wait in line during intermission, all the hustle and bustle going on during the intermission. Get in early. You get front row seats. All seats are ringside at Unity Church of God Gym, but you get the very front row with the VIP tickets. And then, like I said, general mission doors open at 6:45. Those tickets are for ages 10 and up is $10 a piece, and ages 9 and below are $5 a piece. So it's going to be a great night of professional wrestling. About 2.5 hours of wrestling going on this Friday night at the Unity Church of God Gym. And I'd like to thank our sponsors real quick. One of our main sponsors, Sportsman's Corner out of Odom. Also, Service Now, Manning Heating and Air. Omaha Steak and Seafood. Corson's Carpet. Gooey's Pizza. Duncan Auto Service. Tim's Home Medical. R&R Auto and Camper Sales. Mobile Concrete. And Jones Prescription Shop. And these sponsors sponsor actually every show I do, and I'm very grateful for what they do, and I actually try to give as much business back to them as I can, then support them for what they do as well. The semi-main event for this show this Friday night at Unity Church of God is going to be War Games once again. It's a 4-on-4 tag team match.
4-on-4, huh?
4-on-4, and it's anything goes. it's called War Games. Last show, they went all over that gymnasium. And they used stuff they found in the storage closet and stuff they found in the kitchen and stuff they found in the back. And it really got out of hand, but the fans love it. The fans truly, truly love it. And the main event of the night is going to be when Mr. Hollywood, Baby D, takes on this gentleman that's here with me today. He's making his return to APW this Friday night as Big Country Clay Teston. He's from right here in Wayne County. He's from up in Odom. And he's going to make his return this Friday night, and I'm going to let him talk for a little bit, Mr. Butch.
Morning, Clay.
Morning, Butch, and thank you, Bryan, for the introduction. And, yeah, it's been almost 5 years been out of professional wrestling, but Friday I do attempt to make a return.
So why have you been out for 5 years, Clay?
5 years? Well, I hung it up back in the later months of 2018 and did not expect to come back. But there was a wise man within APW that had told me that pro wrestling was a lot like Hotel California. Once you check in, you can't check out. So this is proof of it this weekend that I'll be checking back in to professional wrestling. So super excited.
What's your ring name? What do you go by?
The ring name's Big Country.
Big Country.
Big Country's not so big anymore. But for the return, you know, that we got to keep the nostalgia there. So, but no, I'm super excited about it. It's been a long time. I'm going to knock some rust off Friday, and who knows, you know, this may be a kickoff to a comeback tour.
You may get the rust knocked off of you. You've been
yeah, very well. That very well could happen. We hope it doesn't. But
who you taking on?
So the main event's going to be me, Clay Teston, Big Country versus Big D, Hollywood Baby D, right? Baby D.
Baby D.
Yep. So that's been put into effect.
That don't sound very intimidating. I'm Baby D.
You know, he's a talented guy.
He's a talented guy.
Yeah, he's big. He's from where's he from, Bryan?
He comes from Hollywood. He actually does modeling and some acting stuff and like commercials and different things. So he stays pretty busy with his commercial stuff. He likes to do commercials and he likes to do modeling.
Okay.
But he stays in Savannah quite a bit. So, but he does fly back into California every once in a while.
Okay. All right. And so, have you gotten your smack talk back down again? I mean, not only is it the performance in the ring, you got to get people fired up, getting ready to take them on.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, the smack talk, I'm going to see if it's still there. I'm going to throw it around a little bit. It's definitely going to be thrown at me for sure, being out this long. They're going to see what I still got. So, I'm going to have to show them that I'm still around and can do it still.
All right, Travis, we wish you the best.
All right, appreciate it.
Be safe.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun this Friday night. And one thing about our shows is they're all family friendly. You can bring anybody out to our shows. Pastor Calvin Anderson, I just owe him so much gratitude. He and the Unity Church of God, they do a wonderful job in helping us with this event. And you know, this is actually, I think, our fourth time, maybe our fifth time coming to Unity. At first, when we first came for the first show, Pastor Calvin was kind of iffy and everything. And we went through with it, and he absolutely loves it. He really gets into it. He enjoys sitting at the concession stand watching. And speaking of concession stand, Unity Church of God will have a full concession stand going, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, candy. They'll have Gooey's Pizza for sale. So come hungry. And like I said, it's a family-friendly show. You can bring anybody in your family. There's nothing that's going to occur there that's going to be vulgar or out of line.
Even grandma. You can bring
grandma.
Right. You can bring grandma. You can bring anybody.
Let me tell you, Mr. Butch, the grandmas are the worst. They're the ones that you have to watch because they get into the show. We got some folks that come to our shows regularly in Statesboro that are up in age, and I tell you, they give our performers a hard time, our wrestlers. So bring grandma, bring grandpa, bring aunts, uncles, bring mom, dad, the kids. It don't matter how old the kids are. Just bring them out. As I mentioned, tickets are $20 a piece. That's for VIP. That gets you in early at 6:30 for the meet and greet. And then also it gets you front row seats right there in the middle of the action. All seats at Unity are ringside, but that gets you the front row. And as well as, like I said, you get to take pictures and stuff with the wrestlers. And then at 6:45, the general admission doors open, and general admission is $10. And like I said, that's actually it's for ages 11 and up. I told you wrong earlier. Ages 11 and up is $10. 10 and below is $5. So very affordable to come out and watch. It's for a great cause. We've done this now since 2018. We done our first SmackDown Cancer show in Odom, and we continue with it today. Moved it here in Jesup now. It's to raise money for the Unity Church of God outreach program. And just to tell you about our organization, we do a lot of shows at churches. We do a lot of shows for civic organizations. We do 2 or 3 church shows a year. That just tells you right there the church believes in what we stand for, and that gives you a little bit of confidence that you can come out and enjoy the show and nothing vulgar or nothing out of line is going to happen at the show.
Travis, let's assume that Baby D's listening to him right now, okay? What can you talk to him? Can you tell him what to expect when you get in the ring? Can you tell him to watch out for you when you get in there? What can you say to Baby D right now that maybe put a little fear in him? Can you do that? Do you have that in you?
Well, I'll start with this, Butch. The name's Clay, not Travis. So we'll start with
Clay what?
Clay Teston.
Oh, I'm saying Travis Clay. I'm sorry. Well, then tell me that.
No, but if Baby D, if he's out on the West Coast or if he's in Savannah right now and he's listening, look, for great things past 5 years. The guy is very talented in the ring. But come Friday night, I am a former global champion. I used to run with APW for a while. I've been in the ring with some really great names: Stevie Richards, Johnny Swinger. I've wrestled with I've very talented wrestlers around the country. Baby D isn't even close to that level of stature.
Oh, he's not, huh?
Oh, not even close. So right. Friday night, I'll remind him that I've been out a while, but I can still hold my own, and everyone in the gym will see that. So
Clay, he'll see it, huh?
That's it.
All right, Clay.
And like I said, the semi-main event's going to be War Games. That's going to be a match you don't want to miss. They'll go all over the gym with War Games. If you ever seen it on WWE, it's pretty much the same format. It's 4-on-4, and anything goes in that match. They'll be in the ring, out of the ring, or around the ring, or behind the crowd, in the crowd. They really take it everywhere, but everything is still kept clean, so you can come out and enjoy it. And then the main event, once again, be when Mr. Hollywood, Baby D, takes on Big Country Clay Teston in the main event. So we ask all of Clay's former teammates and any of the baseball program and any of his family and any of his friends to come out and support him and cheer for him this Friday night at the Unity Church of God Gymnasium. And you can get more information. I've been running a sponsor ad on Facebook, so it may have popped up on some people's pages from time to time. But more so, you can go to our website, apwonline.net. That's apwonline.net. And that can give you more information about the show. And like I said, it's going to be a great night of professional wrestling. And I'd just like to thank our sponsors once again before we jump off, Mr. Butch, if I can. Like I said, our main sponsor, Sportsman's Corner in Odom, Service Now Manning Heating and Air here in Jesup, Corson's Carpet and Vinyl, Omaha Steak and Seafood, Gooey's Pizza, Duncan Auto Service, Tim's Home Medical, R&R Auto and Camper Sales, Mobile Concrete, and Jones Prescription Shop. Thank you to all these sponsors and for all they do. Please go support them because they have supported. I started doing wrestling in Wayne County in 2018, and we've held at least 2 to 3 shows a year in Wayne County since then. I brought it back to Wayne County, and all the shows draw great attendance. And every one of these sponsors has sponsored every one of those shows since 2018. So please support them. They're giving back to the community. They're giving back to be able to, so we can support the Unity Church of God outreach program. And we're going to lay the smackdown on cancer this Friday night at the Unity Church of God gymnasium. Again, doors open at 6:30 VIP, 6:45 general mission, 7 p.m. is official bell time, and that's when the show will kick off.
Okay. Clay, we wish you the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Hope you have a great comeback. Your light's on your phone.
Oh.
Your battery will wear out quickly. Bryan, we hope you get raise a lot of funds.
Well, we hope so too. That's what it's all about.
All right, Bob, any comments or questions for Clay or Bryan this morning?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Wish you the best.
All right,
y'all
thank
take care.
y'all.
All right. That's going to wrap up the world-famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup for this morning, this 22nd day of March. And it's brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and by O'Quinn & Associates.